Hi, it's Pauline Interviews again, and this is part 2. I'm interviewing Lisa Ezell, and this is going to be really fun. She wrote a book called 101 Past Lives, and she's going to demonstrate how she helps people find out what their past lives were. So what have we got here on the table?
Well, I went through my house and I found a few things to give you a little bit of a taste of what I've been going through the past 20 years. I collect things. My husband calls me a hoarder, but it can be very helpful when you put things you like and things you don't like to help you figure out, there might be something to this. So I set a whole bunch of stuff on the floor and I let you select these items randomly. There was nothing, we didn't plan this at all.
No,
and I said,
myself.
Okay, put the things you like in one spot and the things you don't really like in another.
That don't speak to me.
That don't speak to you. And that makes perfect sense because we talked earlier in part 1 of things that had already spoken to you. I would like you to, you picked this out here. Do you know what this is?
No, but it reminds me, I do have some like beautiful balls that are hanging on something like that from Mount St. Helens ash.
Okay.
And it just, I like it because it's pretty.
It's very pretty. Would you like to read this?
If I can.
Oh, we took our glasses
Oh
off.
my God, it's German.
It's German.
Oh my goodness. I was telling you how much I love Germany.
Yes, I had not.
Oh my gosh.
If you start paying attention to things that you like, you will get the answers.
That is incredible.
Is that not fascinating?
Yeah, that is wonderful. I love that.
You also picked this twine over here as opposed to this twine.
Right.
Well, if you notice, this twine here looks more
practical.
Practical, but this is actually stronger. If you wanted to tie something, but this is brand new.
Oh, I thought that was like for a kite, although I do like kites.
But that, it would be, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. This is brand new. That's why you don't like it.
I don't like new stuff?
Not all. Well, most of this stuff that you picked
is old.
This is brand new.
Oh, yeah.
Bottled water is brand new. If I said, let's go camping, this is the stuff you selected. You might need a flashlight, but you picked this lantern over here.
Oh, but I know we're going camping. I might have...
Exactly. You pick things because of what you like.
Yeah.
If you start thinking, well, I'm picking this for this, you're going to pick it for that purpose.
Oh, I see. I don't want to pick it for purpose. Just
you want to pick what you like. Because if you're asking somebody, well, I like calligraphy. Well, this hasn't been used in 100 years, well, 50 to 75 years. You couldn't actually use it, but you like it. You picked it.
Yeah.
There is something to that. That's how you maybe used to write.
Yeah.
Because
I do it now. I think it appealed to me. Maybe I did years ago, but maybe that's why it appeals to me now. I took a calligraphy class, and I like pretty print.
Pretty print was how everything was written.
Yeah.
They didn't use these markers, but this stuff is what we have now.
Yeah.
You picked this beautiful antique vintage clutch.
That's beautiful.
Over a Coach. Coach is brand new.
I like sparkles.
But this is sparkly.
And elegant.
But this
sparkle to me.
But it's you picked things that are
older.
Vintage, older. That's what I love. This is stuff my daughter likes.
Oh, so this is not all your stuff.
This, you didn't like the polka dots. These things are 50s. You were already here in the 50s. My daughter remembers 50s stuff. So these are things that she likes because she was born in 98. Do you see? Because we like different things. I mean, this is my husband's construction, but I would have picked that as well.
Yeah.
Whether it's functional or not.
I related to it. I didn't quite understand what that was.
Well,
and I know this is twine.
It's string.
Yeah.
I
thought it was for a kite. But
no, it's all good. And you did not pick any of the country stuff. If you didn't notice, you specifically said, I don't like country when we were looking at.
Country music.
Country music. These are things you'd find on a farm. I don't think you had a past life on a farm, otherwise you might have picked the old wooden barrels, the old tin, things like that. This used to be used in colonial times for cooking.
I thought it was a witch's brew.
Well, it can be.
I'm just kidding, but
But if this was something that called to you, that would be a place to go look. But because it didn't, you want to look at other places. Places where they used large coins as opposed to smaller coins.
Well, I was thinking more money.
Yeah. Well, okay, but like you mentioned earlier, when we were talking about you didn't like the little bottles.
Except for this one, because I
Except
like
for
the
that
shape
one.
and the color.
Okay.
Because it's a pretty blue, and I could see putting a flower in there, a rose or something. It's very pretty.
This bottle here, the color is called cobalt. It goes all the way back to 4th to 6th century BC. They had it in Rome. They did have it in Egypt, but Egypt also used a lot of smaller bottles, which you did not pick.
Yeah.
You purposely, you didn't want anything to do with these. These ones are not Egyptian. These ones are from like 1850s. But it's interesting that you did not pick the ones
More recent.
more, yeah. So,
Older than I thought. Oh dear.
you said you also liked waltz.
Well, oh, I love
And
Johann.
Vienna.
Love Vienna, Johann Strauss. Oh, yeah, I
Yes.
love three-time. I'm a singer, so, and I feel music, and
Yes.
I'm very narrow-minded. This music I just love, and music I can't stand.
Yes,
I love
exactly.
three-quarter time music. You know,
Okay.
I love the three-quarter time beat. And I like other beats too, but I just love Johann Strauss. And I like Bing Crosby as a performer, and I just picked this because it's a waltz.
They're
but the-
both waltzes.
Yeah,
You
they're both
mentioned
waltzes,
you
yes.
mentioned you wanted to go to Vienna.
Yes.
I would guess that due to this German thing, which is same type of period, obviously European, but you have fancy glasses, you have fancy. You
Yeah.
probably lived a life where you got to do waltz.
A waltz, yeah.
Because those are like the same time periods
Yeah.
where other people are cooking outside on the fire.
Do you think I had more money than other people?
You may have. It's very
A little
possible.
wealthier. And I've collected for years, I've collected china. I've collected china for years. I don't know if it's my British ancestry or if I just, I love teapots and beautiful little cups and saucers. I collected those for years. Just love that. Yeah.
I would say that you have a past life that is in the Vienna, obviously German, because you had this one. I've been in English, I've been in Austria, I've been in Vienna, I've been in Germany, well, not in this life, but...
Oh, I thought you meant this
No,
lifetime.
I've been to Arizona in this life.
I don't, it's too hot for me. I don't like warm climates at all.
I've been to a few places, but I haven't been to places that I really want to go.
Yeah.
But my book helps you take things from everyday life and help you give ideas
love it.
where to start looking.
And you had a lot of books out there, and I said, my favorite book is your book, because it's metaphysical on reincarnation. You have books, and my husband loves history, not that I don't like history, but I don't care about reading history books. I like reading more spiritually oriented, metaphysical books, alternative healing. My library's full of that stuff, health and healing and stuff like that.
I hated history growing up. In high school,
I
I
didn't-
got a D.
No, I didn't mind it. I liked early American.
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
Until you actually find yourself in history books,
Yeah.
then it kind of gets exciting. And then you like to research and see what you can find.
Well, I know what studying history when I was in school, I didn't like Egypt because the mummy thing scared the heck out of me.
Okay.
But for some reason, I liked the early American, Benjamin Franklin, the Liberty Bell, and I lived on the East Coast. And I don't like living on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I like the West Coast better, but I like the early American history.
Okay.
I resonated more with that than any history.
Then you may have been there.
I may have been there at one
You
time.
may
Maybe I
have
was
been there.
Betsy Ross. Maybe I made the flag. I
Hey,
don't
you
know.
never know. Who knows?
Yeah, so this is fun. So this is a good way to explore your past lives. Yeah,
Without the scary part
Yeah, but-
and the actual feelings of regression.
When you said something about hypnosis, though, I know there's a way to is that scary though? If you it's just a way of focusing. So
You can, when I do self-hypnosis, I have someone there with me.
okay.
And I have them read it to me, because otherwise you would have to record
Yes, and listen.
and listen to your own voice. I plan on making some self-hypnosis things in the future that'll be on my website so that people can try to do it if they don't want to ask a friend. I mean, sometimes...
It might be good to record your voice though, because maybe your own voice would help you get.
Exactly, but it wouldn't be my voice. I would give them the words to read.
Oh, right.
For them,
makes sense.
Yeah, and I've realized that the parts where you have trouble going back in regression, you can have a different wording that works for you.
Right, everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
I always thought, like, when I have a feel for, like, being in a place or what I like, it has to comes from somewhere. We all have our special likes and dislikes.
Well,
So-
in my book, it actually uses history to show that we are proof
Yeah.
We've been here before.
Really? Because, like you said, you felt this and you went back and you found...
You were able to find it. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't do any good if I said I was this person, I was that. You'd be like, yeah, she's a kook. But if you go back and you look it up,
Yeah, oh, right.
you will prove it to yourself.
Yeah. So, do people come to you and they want to get back to the past lives for whatever specific reason, to what things happen? Like, say they're having a lot of trouble in this lifetime, they go, can you tell me what's happening here?
I think if they're having a lot of trouble with a certain person, they probably have past life karma that they need to deal with. And until they do, they're going to keep coming back life after life and dealing with this until they figure it out.
So, good word of advice is pay attention.
Pay attention. If there's
Yeah.
something you keep reliving, that same thing happening over and over and over, there's something you're supposed to get out of it, a message.
Is your book easy to use? Is it user-friendly?
It's super simple. It's
I looked
funny.
through it. It looks like you put a
got
lot of work and effort into this.
It's got a lot of pictures,
Yeah, I
tons
noticed.
of history in it, but it's good history. It's fun history, things that you wouldn't know.
I'm excited. I think it looks like a great book. I'm a Barnes & Noble member, so
Well,
it'll be on my
it's
list.
available on Amazon.com.
Barnes & Noble too?
At the moment, just Amazon.
Oh, okay.
It's just been out for a month.
All right.
I'm still trying
you're
to get.
doing great. I think it's wonderful.
It's available on paperback and on Kindle.
I think that's great.
It's exciting.
I haven't read it yet, but I looked through because I just met you today, but I looked through it, and it looks like you've done so much work, and it looks like a lot of fun.
It's fun.
this
It's
is great.
realistic. It's humorous. It's sarcastic.
Oh, really?
It's not your typical spiritual book.
It
So-
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, folks, for watching another edition of Pauline Interviews. And please tell your friends about our show. And if you like it, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, you will be alerted to new interviews that are coming up. And I want to invite you to make suggestions. I always like to know if you want me to interview somebody on a specific topic, or if you want to be interviewed yourself because you have a book out or you're doing something metaphysical or alternative healing. You can contact me at my email address. Thanks so much for watching Pauline Interviews.